Hi Lee, I loved this piece of advice. It's really wise. The name of this principle is ask yourself, and I totally agree with that. We have to be able to get to know ourselves, right? So always we should try to know ourselves the best way we can. So perhaps we even don't we know, perhaps we can know lots of things, but we even don't haven't managed to know our own selves. So that's really so important. And well, you have developed a little bit the your topic there, and there are some questions that we can ask to ourselves. Are you healthy enough to keep to a regular exercise schedule? uh, yeah, that's something that we have to be able to answer those questions. Are you self disciplined enough to to stick to your prioritized to do list? Yeah, we have to know that if we are self disciplined, so um, don't we shouldn't take that trouble if we know that we are not going to reach the destiny. I definitely agree with that. So for example, if I say, okay, I want to read that book, but if I really don't have, I feel that it's not in my priorities, it's better than not there to do that step. That's for example why, for example, I have to say that I have been procrastinating a lot if in learning another language, right? Sometimes I have felt that I wanted to learn a little bit of French, but I know that perhaps I wouldn't do it. But nowadays I have signed up to a course of a local language, right? Called Mabuzungun, right? And I want to devote a little bit of time to it. So I have to know myself if I will be able to do it. Um, so well, always take travels that you know that you would be able to walk through that travel. Uh, there is another question that you do there. Are you smart enough to be able to debate current affairs? Well, that's really important. And by the way, well, I don't know if you have noticed that I had to pause the video because somebody suddenly came into here, and but then I took advantage of that pause cause I didn't know what current affairs meant. Right? I read it, but I thought that it meant another thing, and I if I should have to say that I should say current news, something like that. But that thank you very much for teaching us that. For me it's a new expression, current affairs. And definitely that question that you are raising it's really important. We have to be. I don't know if the word smart is the most suitable word. Let me translate it again. Wait me. Um. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I think that it's not the most suitable word. I guess that the most suitable word there is if you are. Let me translate something. Let me translate something. Yeah, well, it's the same word in Spanish and English. I was a little bit the most, if you are informed, right? If you are informed of something, but I'm really don't not sure if they say, if in Spanish we say are you informed, but I guess that in English, well, you know that the translator isn't that thorough, right? You'll never um, it's not a good idea to trust 100% on Google Translator, because they it's a machine at the end of the day, so they make a literal translation, a verbatim translation. um but the thing is that we have to know about the topic, right? So perhaps it isn't something related to smartness, because you can be a smart person, but if you going to join uh to a debate about I don't know, the situation in Venezuela, for example, and you haven't read about it, you haven't listened about it, it's better to go and watch something before joining to that debate, right? So that definitely is a really good piece of advice. Um, are you brave enough to take a moral stand? Are you brave enough to take a moral stand? Yeah, that's a great question. I'm going to translate that to have the 100% of comprehension. Yeah, okay. That's that. Yeah, you have to you have to yeah, it's not it doesn't it's not only related to your personal courage. They it depends on the situation as well. um I'm going for example, suppose you are an atheist. Are you going to talk about atheism in a church, for example? Yeah, perhaps you have very strong believings, but perhaps that's not the most suitable place to talk about that, because well, at the end of the day, finally you have to respect other beliefs as well, other faiths as well. So, but anyway, it's a really good question. um are you humble enough to ask for help? Yeah, yeah. Are you strong enough to delay material gratification? Are you merciful enough to forgive those who offend you? Are you generous enough to share your good fortune? Well, this principle is definitely really wise. So I always have to congratulate you and thank you, Lee, for giving us these amazing tips and sharing this principle with us. They are really helpful. Okay, thank you very much, Lee. Okay, bye bye.